Hey, dreamers, and welcome to Dreamers Unite, the talk show for dreamers. I am your host, Sherry Pullum, and as always, I am grateful and honored that you have chosen intentionally to come and spend time with me. Well, 2020, we're just getting ready to say goodbye, right? It's almost over 2020, and I don't know about you, but I am happy to see 2020 be in our rear view mirrors. Goodbye, 2020, and hello, 2021. Well, 2020 has certainly been an interesting year. It has been a hard year, but a year certainly that I think each of us are grateful that we have learned some valuable lessons. We have cried together, we have grieved together, we have loved together, we have fought together, we have marched, we have isolated, we have learned and grown together. But nonetheless, 2020, we are all going to say farewell together. That brings a smile on my face. Speaking of bringing a smile on my face, well, I hope that this episode is going to bring a huge smile to you because we put together a very special goodbye celebration for 2020, and we thought it would be a great time to bring you our top nuggets. Yep, it's time for the top nugget show from our guests. So I hope that you enjoy it. You know that on this show, I catch as many golden nuggets, that's what I call them, the golden nuggets, from our very special guests, and I throw them out to you and I share them with you so that you can apply many of the words of wisdom and insights that my guests share with me to your own life. And as you apply them, I hope that you're making your dreams come true, that you are strategizing and you are reaching your goals. Because after all, we are dreamers, right? The talk show for dreamers, and everyone is a dreamer. We are, our dreams are sacred, but we are also doers. That's right, we are doers. So I am going to stop my chatter so you can watch the top nuggets from our guests. I want you to enjoy this episode, and please do not forget to subscribe, okay? We need your support on this channel, and it's easy. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe. And so you don't miss out on our content every time we release new videos, go ahead and hit that blue bell. All right, I will see you on the other side of this, streamers. Enjoy.
Individual comes to me and they say, I want to be in a relationship. I've been unsuccessful. Can you help me? And so then we work together and we develop a strategy. So, how do we get there? You know, what are the steps that you need to take? And sometimes it takes much longer than what the person initially thinks it's going to take.
I bet, because communication is probably the key, right?
Absolutely.
And that's probably really difficult for most people.
Yes. So communication is key. Communication is actually the foundation of a healthy relationship outside of ensuring that you love yourself. So we always start with self-love and then we go to communication, because ultimately, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else and no one else can love you.
Let's say that again. If you don't love yourself,
you can't love anyone else and no one else can love you.
Yes, another golden nugget for me to catch and throw it.
So I share that I'm here for a greater reason, and I'm here to live a life that's not just for me. So I grew up with a very proud father that legacy building was important to. I didn't always understand what he meant and what he was doing until I started working and entered the professional chapter of my life. And I realized that even as I work and even as I do the work that I do, it's not just for me, it is not for a check, it is not transactional, but it's for the larger impact of the work that I am doing. So, for example, helping a client, it's not, yes, I do need to pay bills, we all do, but it's greater than that and it's bigger than that. And I approach it in the impact that it'll have not just for that person, but what it'll allow that person to do, and the then domino impact that that will have. So someone being able to help someone put together a marketing strategy helps them run their business better, which can mean helping them employ other people, which means that they're probably helping to put food on someone else's table. So I view that as a connection to my purpose and a connection to the work that I do. So my spider web of impact is much greater than the people that I have direct touch points with. And as I legacy builds, I'm here to help and hyper focus on women owned businesses and women leaders and visionaries, as well as just minority owned businesses and minority leaders and visionaries, because that is the audience that I represent. That is the confusion that I represent, because I have to explain my cultural identity all the time. But I want to bring awareness and also just extend my spider web of influence, so that I say my time here on earth was not just for me, but it is long lasting and has greater impact beyond my time here.
Yes, yes. And I'm going to give it a triple yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is, oh, Sandra, that's the goosebump moment that I love to get.
I say meant for more so often. I'm like, I am meant for more. We are meant for more. So let's not settle for enough. Let's go for more. Like, let's be more. Let's do more. We're meant for more.
Right. And you don't mean it in the sense of acquiring more things, getting more money. It is about,
Mhm.
the more is about fulfilling your purpose.
Absolutely. And if we tie this back to one of your original questions of what is success? So, success, again, to me, is freedom. So it's just that domino effect of sharing what success means to me. So met for more is more impact, greater impact, more freedom, more happiness.
Yes, I love it. More freedom, dreamers, more happiness, more impact. More freedom, more happiness, more impact. If you can just walk away with that today, you should feel like $1,000,000.
There's always a silver lining, even in the negative. And I think to the dreamers out there, you always have to persist and you always have to try to get up, lift yourself up, dust yourself off, as my grandmother said, and persevere and keep trying. You get knocked down in life. A lot of things you can't control, many things you can control, and hopefully the things that you can control, you learn your lessons. But it's about getting up and trying day after day to do the best that you can do. And that's it.
Well, on this show, I catch as many nuggets as I can from my guests. And here's a moment to catch this nugget from you, that you have to be persistent, dreamers. You can't give up. Pick yourself up, as Jeremy Lentz says, executive director of the Teaneck International Film Festival, who has been through some challenging times, but does not give up. And as his grandmother said, dust yourself off. Keep on going. Catching that nugget from Jeremy, and boom, dreamer,
Right.
catch that nugget, because that's huge.
Give yourself grace,
Mm.
because if I give myself grace, then it's easier for me to give you grace. If I feel you have disappointed me, if life throws me a curveball, I can pause And my husband would always say to me, make allowances for other people's doubting. Get on the other side of the table. Don't be so hard on yourself. And by not being so hard on myself, then it allows me to give you grace.
Yeah.
And COVID has caused us, we need grace. We need a lot of grace because nothing is going the way we planned it. You could not in a million years have planned 2020. And if you did, God bless you, you're a magician. Go to the front of the line and you should be ruler of the world. Just nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing has gone the way we've planned it. So I say, give yourself grace and pause.
I love that.
Pause so you can start from a place of kindness. Because if there ever was a time that we need to be kind to one another, this is it. Kind to our children who interrupt our Zoom meetings with at the most inappropriate times. Kind to our husbands who need their assistant from the office who's not there, and suddenly you may become your husband's assistant because he needs a paperclip, literally, whatever it is. And then be kind to your neighbor who wants to talk a little longer than usual because they're home and they see you and they think maybe you have more time when you really want to carve out just 2 seconds for self.
Yeah.
Be kind. Be kind to your single friends who live alone. And if they're properly socially distancing, probably have not had a hug in 7 months. Be kind and just give grace.
I'm catching with a double hands, two hands, kind in one, big portion of grace in the other. Boom. There you go, dreamers, to catch that from this, again, dynamic being. What can I take away so I can keep it with me? And I've already taken away so many things that you've said, but I'd love to share that just one piece of advice that, or knowledge, wisdom that you can share with us to say during those toughest times, because like you said, the journey isn't easy. We know you didn't last 50 years, and it's all been sunshine.
Well, there's always a challenge. I mean, I accept the battle in terms of the challenge from a little kid. I sound Ohio. I didn't want to be in the street, but it was a challenge. So each time a challenge comes, you have to face it and don't give up and keep pushing forward. Because they say only the strong survive. And then God, all the blessings come from the Creator. You have to believe in the Creator that it can happen for you, even when you're feeling down and out. You got to reach up. We those songs like Higher Planes. You've been down too long, been down too strong. We have to keep on reaching on up to higher planes of love and understanding.
Amen.
So you have to really think about that, and not give up. Can't be a loser. Gotta be a winner.
Well, dreamers, I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you are inspired. Maybe you took a few notes. I know that I carry many of these nuggets with me, and they are certainly helpful for me. So I hope that they are equally as motivating and encouraging for you. Dreamers, I will see you again, God willing, in 2021. I look forward to it. Let's make our dreams come true. Do not stop, no matter what. Remember, you can do anything that you put your mind to. You just have to have a plan and make your goals. Be consistent. Stick with it. Do not give up. And dreamers, thank you so much. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you all for, watching us for a complete year. I am excited. We have an anniversary show coming up. I can't wait to share that with you. And there's so much more that we have to do together. So let's continue to dream and manifest together. I'll see you next time on Dreamers Unite.